being able to know what you're talking about and explain directly to the person, this is it, this is what you want, this is what it is how you sell it. If you don't know that, you're not really selling it, you're letting them order it. But the whole point is to get the person across from you to trust you that doesn't know you by telling them what they need to know or helping them out in a way that they find beneficial. And then they buy the most expensive shit you got. Or they just want to try something cool and fun and bright and airy and great. And then you win. Have you tried sous vide? I haven't. I think it's a really cool wand stick combo. I don't have a big Cambro for it or like a big water container. For anyone who doesn't know what sous vide is, it's a water bath kept at a consistent temperature, typically below what a typical oven can do. But you can cook things to safe temperatures without overcooking it because it never fluctuates. So I also don't drink anymore. I know what everything tastes like, and I still design cocktails, and I can still taste things, but I actually also don't drink. So to make anyone who doesn't drink feel comfortable as well, you're welcome to hang, and it's not all about cocktails. But it's also fun to know things, you know? What you drink can enhance the food, you're bringing to a whole nother level. Absolutely. And that's why most of my cocktails that I make are based around culinary flavors, practices, and profiles. And that is because if you're making a drink for a menu, it should match the purpose. It should have a purpose, it should have a presentation, it should have a reason to exist on that menu. I was workshopping a cocktail with someone last week, and they asked me, I have this and this and this as ideas. I think it was whiskey, lemon, and basil. It wasn't basil. It was like something similar to basil. And I was like, well, what's the purpose of the cocktail? Like, why does it need to exist on this menu? Like, what do you want out of it? And they were like, I want a... And this is how you answer that question. So that sounds like a what kind of question, but this is how you answer that question. What they came back to me was, what I want a spritzer with a whiskey base that you still taste the whiskey, but it is just still refreshing, and you get a lot of lemon flavor, but it's not juicy. And I'm like, sick. That is herbal, refreshing, light lemon, little bit of the thing going on. What you can do. And I went through a whole process of like, we're gonna add in a little bit of a lemon cordial that we made, but then we're gonna make sure that we infuse the herb that we're talking about in there. You're only gonna want this much, and then mostly soda, but you can't do too much because it's really hot outside, so your ice is gonna matter. And then if it's really hot out, it's going to melt faster, and if it melts, what's it gonna taste like then? And it's a type of highball that we made. No clue how you make whiskey refreshing. This was kind of how you would do it. You taste it, but it's not in your face, and it doesn't burn you, you know? But that is where that question comes from, though, is when they came back to me and they were like, this is why this drink needs to exist. This is the objective of the drink. I was like, oh, good. So that is, now we know where to go, because there's a reason that it exists, and that's huge, in my opinion. So what we're going to work with today to apply that same notion to what we're workshopping right now for this glass, for what we got here, is blueberry and mint as a flavor base. New Phoenix says, since a lot of the fancy words that exist in cooking and mixology come from Latin root words, I wonder how many people today come up with new words